Well, you guys met them at the top of the show, TJ Ngoma as well as Kelly. You guys are here representing Doctors Without Borders today. Let's get straight into it. We've heard so much about Doctors Without Borders. Yes. For people that do not know, what exactly is it? Okay, so in a nutshell, what Doctors Without Borders does is we give emergency medical assistance to people that need it all around the world. In cases where there's a war or some sort of natural disaster or a medical epidemic, we come in, we bring all our resources, we bring our doctors, and basically we save lives. Wow. Yeah. Now, how many countries would you say Doctors Without Borders is in? Currently, we're in over 60 countries all around the world, so we're spread out quite evenly in the world, so it's fantastic.
We'll go wherever we're needed most, so if something happens in one area, so we might have a different amount of projects at different times. Nice. Now, what is the environment like that these doctors have to go into? Well, obviously, being an emergency medical organization, we go to where we need it most and where people are most vulnerable. So that means we can face a lot of very hectic environments. For example, there's a lot of war zones where we are. There's even a story about one of our supported hospitals that was being bombed, and all of the staff and patients had to hide underneath in the basement for the night. Wow. And then there's things like the Mediterranean Sea crisis, where people are trying to flee across the sea. Our doctors and nurses and staff, they're on board with them. Places like Ebola, with cholera, with all of that. Wow. They'll always risk their lives. So the environments do get very hectic. Nice. Now, both of you guys are not medical doctors, if I'm correct. What exactly do you do in the organization? And anybody who volunteers, do you have to be, a doctor? Okay, so my role in the organization is that I'm part of the fundraising team. We have a fundraising team here in Cape Town and in Johannesburg, and we just go around in all different shopping centers, basically trying to get people to donate and to help us in raising funds. Okay. Yeah, and I'm the Southern Coordinator, and if people want to get involved, they don't have to be doctors, no. There's various different things you can do, and one of the most important things for us, obviously, is donations. So that's a great way for people to help. It's only because of this kind of support that we can do what we do. Nice. Now, if a young person, let's say 11, 12, 13, is watching the show today and they're like, wow, I really want to get involved with Doctors Without Borders, maybe they can't support financially at their age yet, what would you suggest that they do? Use your voice. Support us in trying to fight for human rights. We're very vocal in our fight against people that are discriminated against, people that don't necessarily get all their human rights. So just help us on social media by using your voice, retweeting, hashtagging, help us in that way. Nice. Can you give us some of your social media details? I know it will be up. Yes, it will be up, but for Twitter, it's at MSF_Southern Africa, and on Facebook, it's MSF South Africa. Okay, cool. What does MSF stand for? I know there's a French name. It's Médecins Sans Frontières. We were founded in France in 1971. Okay. So we stick to MSF for short. Wow, guys, thank you so much for joining us today, celebrating Human Rights Day with us, and for all that the organization is doing for humans out there. Yes, thank you so much. Happy Human Rights Day! Thank you. Well, guys, right about now, we headed for a quick Anyana commercial break. When we come back, more HN9. Hectic.
Do you have a funeral policy?
Sonke sehlukile.
Tog wil ons almal net die beste vir ons geliefdes hê.
Life is a gift to all.
Over and above the full value of your funeral policy, AFBOB provides a free basic funeral consisting of funeral arrangement services, a specified coffin and hearse to the value of 9,600 Rand.
And you get 1,000 Rand extra cash up front for funeral-related expenses.
As well as free transportation of the deceased anywhere in South Africa.
Plus, a 15% addition to the sum assured on the main life, which, if needed,